The champagne glass shattered before anyone dared to speak. 300 guests turned toward Damien Blackwood, but Damien wasn't looking at them. He was staring at the grand staircase, at the woman descending it, Naomi Bennett. 8 months earlier, Naomi had stood across from him with tears in her eyes while he told her she would never belong in his world. Now she was walking into the most important Blackwood gala of the year in a breathtaking emerald gown, and beside her was Sebastian Blackwood, Damien's father, billionaire founder of Blackwood Crown Holdings, one of the most powerful men in the country. Sebastian's hand rested gently over Naomi's, and on Naomi's left hand was a diamond engagement ring. Damien's fingers loosened around his champagne glass. It slipped. Crystals shattered across the marble floor. The orchestra stopped. Naomi turned toward the sound. Then she saw him, Damien, her former lover, standing beside Vanessa Sinclair, the wealthy heiress he had abandoned her for. For one long second, Naomi couldn't move. Sebastian looked from Naomi to Damien. He knew immediately that something was wrong. Damien stared at them in disbelief. "Damien, you've got to be kidding me." Sebastian's expression changed. He looked at Naomi, then at his son. "Sebastian, you know each other?" Silence. And 8 months earlier, Naomi Bennett still believed Damien Blackwood loved her. They had been together for 3 years. 3 years of dinners, private weekends, promises and late-night conversations. But there was one problem. Damien loved Naomi privately. Publicly, she barely existed. That night, they sat across from each other inside one of the city's most exclusive restaurants. The skyline glittered beyond the windows. Damien barely noticed it. He barely noticed Naomi either. His phone had received more attention than she had all evening. Naomi finally put down her fork. She asked him what was happening. Damien insisted nothing was wrong. He said he had simply been busy. But Naomi had heard that excuse too many times. So she asked the question she had avoided for years. Did his father even know about her? Damien immediately became defensive. Naomi reminded him they had been together for 3 years. 3 years, and she had never properly met his family. 3 years, and whenever she mentioned marriage, Damien suddenly became vague. Then Naomi asked him directly if his family even knew she existed. Damien hesitated. That hesitation told her everything. He finally admitted they knew he was seeing someone. Someone. After 3 years, Naomi was still just someone. Damien tried to explain. The Blackwood family was different, he said. His father had built an international empire. Marriage in families like theirs wasn't just about love. It was about business, status, connections, legacy. Naomi stared at him. She had a career. She earned her own money. She had never asked Damien for a single thing. So what exactly made her unsuitable? Damien didn't answer. And suddenly Naomi understood. There was someone else. Damien finally gave her the name. Vanessa Sinclair. Beautiful, wealthy, sophisticated. Heiress to the Sinclair Hotel and investment dynasty. Educated in Switzerland and London. Born into rooms Naomi had spent years professionally creating for other people. Naomi stared at Damien. "Naomi, how long?" "It's complicated." "Naomi, how long?" "A few months." Naomi's fingers tightened around her napkin. "Have you been sleeping with her?" Damien said nothing. That was enough. Naomi pushed back from the table. "Damien." "Naomi." She stood. Damien reached across and caught her wrist. "Damien, sit down." Naomi looked at his hand, then slowly raised her eyes to his. "Naomi, take your hand off me." Nearby conversations became quieter. People were watching. Damien released her. "Don't make a scene." For a moment, Naomi simply stared at him. The absurdity almost made her laugh. For 3 years, Damien had been afraid his family might see them together. Now he was afraid strangers might see her leave. Naomi accused him of cheating. Damien tried to justify himself. Vanessa had been introduced to him for a reason. Their families made sense together. Naomi asked the obvious question. "And we don't?" Damien told her Vanessa understood the responsibilities that came with his life. Naomi demanded that he stop speaking in circles. If Vanessa fit his world, then where was Naomi supposed to fit? Damien hesitated. Then pride took over. "Damien, you were never made for this world." Naomi went completely still. Damien immediately realized he had gone too far. He tried to take the words back, but Naomi shook her head. "Naomi, you did. You absolutely did." She picked up her bag, turned, and walked away. Damien didn't follow her. 3 weeks later, Naomi's phone lit up with a photograph. Damien Blackwood and Vanessa Sinclair. Together, the perfect wealthy couple. Two powerful families, two impressive surnames. A future Damien believed made sense. Naomi stared at the photograph, then deleted it. She put her phone face down and went back to work. Because work didn't care who had broken her heart. Naomi was one of Bell & Row's strongest luxury event planners. She designed charity dinners, private galas, corporate launches, and weddings for clients whose flower budgets could buy houses. Her life wasn't poor. It simply wasn't Blackwood rich. And Naomi had always been proud of what she built for herself. Then one Monday morning, her director walked into her office carrying a matte black folder. She placed it on Naomi's desk. Across the front was the emblem of the Blackwood Crown Foundation. Naomi froze. She knew exactly what that name meant, Damien's family. Her director explained that Naomi had been specifically requested to lead an upcoming charity gala. The client, Sebastian Blackwood, Damien's father. Naomi immediately pushed the folder away. She wanted someone else to take it. But her director reminded her that this was one of the biggest accounts Bell & Row had received in years. Naomi looked at the folder, and Damien's words returned to her. "You were never made for this world." Naomi stared at the Blackwood emblem. Then something changed. Why should Damien get to decide which rooms she was allowed to enter? Why should his betrayal cost her opportunities too? Naomi slowly pulled the folder back toward herself. She asked one question. "Naomi, when's the first meeting?" Days later, a black luxury sedan carried Naomi toward the Blackwood coastal estate. The property stood high above the Atlantic. Pale stone, massive windows, terraces overlooking the ocean, an infinity pool disappearing into the horizon. But what surprised Naomi most was how restrained everything looked. Damien's idea of wealth had always been loud. Sebastian Blackwood's wealth didn't need to announce itself. Naomi stepped from the car wearing a tailored beige suit. She wasn't there as Damien's girlfriend. She wasn't asking anyone to let her belong. She was there because she had been hired. Sebastian's chief of staff led Naomi through the estate. Museum-quality artwork lined the halls. Dark wood, stone, glass. Quiet luxury everywhere. Then the doors to Sebastian's office opened. He stood at the far side of the room with his back to her. Beyond him, the Atlantic filled an enormous wall of glass. Sebastian turned. Naomi stopped. At 56, he looked nothing like the aging tyrant Damien had spent years describing. Sebastian was tall, broad-shouldered, controlled, immaculately dressed. His hair was silvering at the temples. His presence filled the room without him saying a word. His eyes settled on Naomi, then on the folder in her hand. "Sebastian." "Naomi Bennett." Naomi straightened. "Naomi, Mr. Blackwood." Sebastian opened her proposal. He studied the first page, then the second. Finally, he looked at her, and without so much as a welcome, he told her he didn't like her ballroom plan. Naomi asked what exactly he didn't like. Sebastian said it felt like a wedding. Naomi reminded him it was a charity auction. Sebastian calmly told her he was aware. Then he asked if she disagreed with him. Naomi placed her handbag down. She looked at the billionaire sitting across from her. Most people entered Sebastian Blackwood's world, trying desperately to impress him. Naomi had no intention of doing that. "Naomi, I'm waiting for something I can actually fix." Sebastian stared at her. Naomi continued. If the problem was sightlines, traffic flow, acoustics, or guest movement, she could redesign it. But if the problem was simply that it reminded him of a wedding, she needed more information. Silence. Sebastian studied her. Naomi held his gaze. Then, almost reluctantly, Sebastian gave her the real answer. "Sebastian, sightlines." Naomi pulled out a chair. "Naomi, that I can fix." Sebastian watched her sit down and reopen the proposal. Something shifted behind his eyes. Not romance. Not yet. Interest. Respect. Curiosity. Because most people spent their entire lives trying to make Sebastian Blackwood approve of them. Naomi Bennett had been inside his world for less than 5 minutes, and she was already challenging him. And for the first time since Damien told Naomi she would never belong in his world, another Blackwood was beginning to see her very differently.